start streaming. At least it should be starting. Looks like OBS is happy, so let's just quickly, before we get into it, go tab back over to my chats and windows and make sure everything is live and happy. Refresh this tab. Awesome. Twitch drops are working. Everything is excellent. So we can begin. And the first thing I'm going to start with is just go ahead and get my daily commissions knocked out of the way. So I've got these already queued up. We're just gonna go knock these out super fast. Fight the boss for Father for a tiny bit, and then go start her story quest. So that is going to be the who's pinging me? What do people want? I'm gonna start talking to him. Autoplay. Keep up while I check Discord. Da-ba-ba-ba-bum. Bum 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 ba da bum. Wow, YouTube gave me the "Hey, you're live" email like immediately today, not like an hour afterwards. I'm running out of wood. Do I have 10 blocks of... Do I have that much Atogi wood? I do have enough Atogi wood. Perfect. Dismiss this message. What pose should I carve for the provisional head priestess? I don't know, sir. Only you can answer that question. And just like that, we've got some friendship for our new characters, and we're off to the next place. No data. Did something stop with OBS? No? OBS is still working. Okay, YouTube. What are you? Excellent condition. Okay, so you just got confused for a moment. That's fine. We're gonna run over here, and we're gonna go ahead and defend this leyline monolith.
Let's settle down. The tides beckon.
The objective here, of course, is just speed. So we'll just use my already leveled, really strong guys to just take care of that.
Let the mighty be humbled.
I broke the camera.
Get the berry.
Alright, everybody's all nice and healed up. Excellent. Let's see, that's 2 down, 2 to go. Rules of safe transportation. I think this one is going to be one of the escort balloons, not destroy balloons. So much easier when I just have to break them. Yeah, so this one's going to be... Alright. Fire's pretty good at breaking, Fire's pretty good at breaking this. Okay, do I go to the left or I think I go this way. Yeah, so we come up this way. Also, why is it so
Witness
dark?
my rise. Transfixed.
Boom, welcome to the stream. Gonna guess this is possibly Terrible Child.
The terriblest of children.
Welcome to the terriblest of children. Ugh.
I am here to ruin your stream.
It's already ruined. Your presence alone has succeeded in that.
I
The tides
am glad I accomplished my goal.
Just kidding.
bow your head.
Can't ruin a stream that nobody's watching.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah,
Damn.
you can.
I didn't know you could do that.
Overruled.
Yeah, I saw the Pearls Before Swine comic for today and was like, yeah, that's you and me.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. Like I said, there are many times where I really resonate with Rat as a character. He gets me. All right.
Pretty much all the times he's committing violence against Pig.
Yeah, because, you know, like
Steven.
95% of the time, Pig is very much you. Alright, well now I have to sit here and wait for the balloon to catch up. The one thing I don't like about
Staring
these
into my
commissions...
eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Oh, I finally completed the.
But yeah, I figured I should get my
perfectionist-
Twitch drops today.
I finally completed my perfectionist achievement for the reliable helper for that guy from Shnesnaya.
Oh yeah, that book. My issue is it would always take so long for it to roll back around, I would forget which ones I had done. So I would pick, like, the wrong one and do one that I'd done before.
The kill in the right order was easy. The don't break boxes, I had to remember to pick that one, but wasn't too bad. It was the one, kill them in a certain amount of time that always caused me issues.
Well, the trick with that
Everlasting as the
one
moon.
is to cheat with portable teleporters.
That's what I did. I set up
Settle
portable
down.
teleport, ran over, murdered them, teleported back.
Because you can also, like, you can get rid of, like, the brambles and stuff beforehand, too. Like, there's a couple of things you can do to make it easier. Alright, let's turn in these daily commissions. Go fight a new boss, and then start a person's character quest. Unlock a new weekly boss.
I am going to
Add Astro. Thank you for.
do my dailies and then burn energy. I think by doing more the Severed Fate domain.
That's a good choice. Yeah, I did all of my relic burning in Star Rail already, and, you know, once again got 3 times the garbage that I normally get. Perfectly balanced, as all things should
I
be.
haven't decided who I'm gonna go find garbage for today. Because I did the one for Bronya and
As you wish.
Sparkle and the other supports.
Yeah.
I did the one for Danny Boy.
Hibachi.
Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song. Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
So I guess today, if I wanted to do more of my 5 stars that I haven't done, Woka or Adventure.
Laid bare.
Yeah, you can do that.
Adventure Bearded does two-part set.
Is he, or is that just what you're doing?
I was looking, and that's the recommended one for him is the two-part sets. And the
Which one? 2-part follow-up, 2-part shield?
2-part speed and 2-part outgoing healing for Luoka.
Oh, okay, I was like, none of that makes any sense for,
Yeah, I was thinking Luoka and saying adventuring, and I just caught it.
I was like,
that
I thought
time.
most people pretty much were, you know, pretty much like, yeah, shielder, just give him the 4-piece shield set for the defense and the more
yeah.
shield.
That makes far more sense than what I was saying.
If anyone's
No.
doing 2-piece, they'll do 2-piece defense, 2-piece follow-up attack, but like...
No, the Luoka one is the 2-piece speed per set, 2-piece
I must leave no
outgoing.
stone unturned, as a dutiful maid would.
Yeah, the enemies in the new area have like geo shields, so...
Oh man, my Noel team's gonna eat them up.
Oh yeah, no, Noelle's hanging out in the team to help teach the new guys some lessons. Okay, so I should keep the current resin I have so that when I get through the story quest here, I will be able to actually go do my weekly boss fight and get some drops. Because I might as well do that and get that done today, because tomorrow, obviously, everything resets. So, we go here. I'll come back to the world
more.
quest later. Story quests. I don't know if I'm gonna have the time today, so I think we'll skip Chiori's story quest for now, and we're gonna go straight into Arlecchino's for the weekly boss unlock. So I'm going to accept the quest.
Man, I'm at the point with Anna where she's about to take the Wind Glider license.
Oh, nice. Enable focused experience mode to avoid conflicts with other quests occupying locations or characters. You know what? I'll worry about that later. I don't think I have anything else going on. And it looks like we're off to Poisson. Oh, I should change my team. I should do what I usually do and set up a story-based team. Oh, we'll get to that in a moment.
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Damn, cutscenes
Taking
right
off
off the bat.
the animal
I know
slides
that
is
voice.
always an interesting option.
Over
You
here.
need to make sure that you're below the Wing Glider.
I'm so happy that after doing that commission, you know, got to the point where you can heal her and she gets better, and then you can be like a veteran adventurer giving her advice and stuff. And I got that back before they did like some of the improvements and focused achievement commissions and stuff.
Demonstrate how to use your Wind Glider.
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
I
So
love
you're
that
saying
she's
nearly the
getting healthy
entire
enough to
organization
do
has moved to
Wind gliding
Poisson?
stuff.
Sounds like you've run into way more than just a
Well,
bit
because
of
remember when you
trouble.
first
What's
get
really
done
going
with
on?
healing her, you know,
well,
you have to like help her brother
Since
find
the
where
two
she's
of you
at, and
are
she's
so
like on
curious,
top of the church and
perhaps
crap.
I can fill in the gaps.
Yeah, that one was
You scared Paimon half to death.
impressive.
Father, you're here.
It's the one lady in all of Genshin that wears
On second
pants.
thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super
I don't
confidential
believe you.
House of the Heart stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
No need to be nervous.
But it's true, though.
I could sense your genuine concern
All
from
right,
your conversation
Daly's
just
done
now.
for Genshin.
Of course,
I don't
can
feel
also
like
understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to
And now
Poisson, it's only
this
natural
is
that
perfect
some might
timing,
suspect
because I'm
an
about done
ulterior
with my
motive
French
to be
fries,
involved.
and I finished my coleslaw, and I can switch to Star Rail as I eat my ribs.
There's nothing healthy about anything you just rattled off there.
What do you mean?
French fries, coleslaw, ribs.
Coleslaw has vegetables in it. It's a vegetable.
No. It has
Pizza's a
ruined
vegetable,
vegetables to the point
coleslaw's
where
a
people will
vegetable.
eat them.
I
If pizza
understand.
counts as a
I'm well
vegetable,
aware you've had your
coleslaw
fair
counts
share of
as a vegetable.
Only
confrontations
where
with the
taxes
Fatui
are
in the
concerned.
past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms
Hey,
in
if
the
it's
future.
good enough for government work, it's good
As
enough
for right
me.
now, however, I would
Hello
say we
there.
have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth.
Oh no, a
It's
rumor.
an internal matter.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Phantom Child. Great. Now we have ghost stories. TC, Genshin's haunted.
What's haunted?
Genshin's haunted, or specifically the House of the Hearth. It's been a while since you've been here. Yeah, I've been a little more intermittent with my streaming as well, so, you know, kind of hard to sync up schedules when I'm sometimes on and other people are sometimes on. It's just how it goes.
Are you talking to somebody in Twitch chat? Or,
Yeah, come on, man. Gosh, you're just gonna hang out and channel, but you're not gonna know what other people are saying? So
Yeah,
weird.
pretty much.
Ghost
A phantom
stories?
child. Ooh, just hearing the name
I already
is
thought I
giving
got all my
high
Genshin drops.
A spirit that should have
You got
long
your
ceased
Genshin
to
drops from
exist is
somewhere
lurking in the
else?
shadows of the House of
Yeah.
Heart. So I
You
decided to
cheated
bring
on
the
me?
children
I
to
can't
Boston
believe you.
before
Drop
continuing
home.
to investigate the situation. I expect I
there's
should
a
be able to
sentence I
track
was
down the
never
spirit fairly
expecting to
quickly.
hear.
After that, it's just a matter
There,
of resolving
that's
the
just hanging
situation,
out
if you
with me.
will.
A sentence you
It
didn't
shouldn't be
expect
much
it to
trouble at
hear.
all.
Terrible child,
If you're
2022.
curious, or if you still have some
Or
concerns,
whatever.
it might be advisable to stick around for a
Oh,
few
man.
days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors.
Actually, I guess the
Lenny,
full slogan
I'll
would
leave
be,
you to
I am a
entertain our guests.
sentence you
I
did
have
not
some
expect
matters to
hear.
attend to.
Terrible child, 2024.
Of course, Father.
Can you just stop being the way you are while I'm trying to
No.
enjoy a story quest?
I could, but I'm not.
Fair enough. It's fine. If I actually want to record this unimpeded, that's what I have my second account for that's just for recording. Now, granted, it's still back, like,
It has long
At the
been a
start of
dream of mine to
Inazuma?
invite you to our
So
home and
be a
introduce
while.
you to my other siblings.
that's a different
You're
problem,
quite
though, for
well
future
known in
me.
the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Okay, fine.
Alright. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing.
It'd be
We
nice if
bring quite
Paimon
the
could develop
bounty
some
every
more
day.
personality
In
traits
fact,
than
today
being a
is the
glutton
perfect chance for me to show you what
and
I can
having
do in the
separation
kitchen.
anxiety.
Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
I liked early game Paimon better, where she actually was kind of like a guide and seemed to know things. Alright, be a house guest. But before I do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shake up the party a bit and try and make it a little more, people involved in the quest. I don't know if Farina's gonna be here, but Farina's not leaving the team. Not happening. We'll bring Lynette. I just finished her. We'll keep Father in the team. Do I have anyone else that might be relevant? I don't know if Navia will be involved. I could add her to the team. Could keep Noelle in the team just as a safety. Trying to think of anyone else that might be involved with the House of the Hearth. I mean, I've got Fremine, but he's not leveled up, so I probably shouldn't put him in my team. You know what? I could, I'll just bring Traveler.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
I haven't used the Traveler in a while, so we'll put the Traveler in the team. And Farina can just play the team healer for now. Up. Now, is that up or is that going to be down? Is it down here? Is it below me? 30 meters, yeah, so this is below me. Oh, hey, it's the Magic Box house. From the Archon
We rented
quest.
this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks! So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies.
Why would we need to
With this many
stay
people
in a
staying in
house
Poisson,
that
we have
you're
to bring in
renting? I
outside
feel like
supplies every now
Navia
and
would
then.
put us up anywhere,
I should
like
probably
no
make
questions
sure the rest
asked.
of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
You're not allowed to
Okay,
ask
we'll come with!
I'm asking questions, terrible child. The lore is important
There are all
here.
sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate!
Yep, so it looks
Well,
like it's
you're more
Purity
than welcome to
Palace
come along.
for,
Just follow me.
There's a recommendation for adventuring.
Yeah, that's the night set that's all shields, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna adjust some audio here a little bit again. Audio, let's turn the game down just a tiny bit, and then I can turn TC back up. There we go. Just a little bit of audio balancing. Do, 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 do. There's a lot of people over here. What are you guys up to?
Linny, we're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
Yep, that's us.
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
I will say one thing that is nice is that showing up in Fontaine, we finally get the celebrity treatment we deserve.
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's all right! Gotta say, Paimon
Hello,
didn't
Mr.
realize
Kitty
you were
Cat.
this famous. Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious
Wait, are
about
these people
you.
all members of the
I
House
heard
of the Hearth?
Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands. I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel Tabor in just 3 days. Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all!
The rumor about Paimon is tied directly to how much she eats.
Oh, wait!
Oh, hi,
when
Kitty.
guests visit,
Hello.
you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right? Oh, we
Okay.
don't need something like that.
You have to
Besides, we
sit.
don't have anything
You
to give
cannot
you.
stand. You have to sit.
Come on,
Sit down.
we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
Child, why do you have poison?
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know. I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still
He was
dealing with
poisoned?
the after effects. So I'm not quite
There's,
as good as I
there's
was
some stuff
before,
going on here.
but I can still give you some pointers.
Wait, when you said gifts, Paimon didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics. But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them? Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
Alright, so there's this guy. His name's Dottore. I don't like him that much.
All right, Fold Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions
You could
for
harass
now.
him for me.
When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In
cat.
fact,
Ooh,
pestering
sharp
them with
toes.
suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really? Awesome! It's been so long since we have had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Small children should not be
Well,
this
we'll
excited
talk
about
to you all
having
later.
poisons.
We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
Bye! Lenny, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
Oh, did TC die?
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When
Well,
Foltz
welcome
was
back.
really young, he strangled all of his family
Maybe?
pets. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, my Discord has been
He was labeled a
disconnected,
dangerous
reconnecting me for
problem
a while- for
child
the
and
past
was
couple
abandoned
days.
by his family.
Okay, yeah, you just kind of died.
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one. Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance.
He's
very
about your
passionate
age.
about
He's
his
like
work and has no reservations about taking on
he's
some
like
very
2
difficult
heads taller
missions.
than you.
I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk,
Oof.
but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean
Cat,
a
will
lot
you
to them.
just sit?
They were just
I
trying
love
to share
you.
the
You're
best of what
soft
they
and
could offer.
fluffy, but
That's all.
you can't keep tap dancing on my lap. You have to sit. All right, continue distributing supplies. Are we giving these to the residents, or is this all going to members of the house? Because the last group of people we ran into were House of the Hearth people. Kitty cats!
Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
That's right,
Allow me to
outsiders.
introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
4,000 Thieves. It's an
It
interesting
seems like
title.
it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems
ETC.
pretty interesting.
It's lead o'clock.
It's what?
It's lead o'clock.
After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
I don't think they're normal, Paimon. I think they're
heard
just
that.
acting normal.
Oh! Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
What
That's
plan?
enough, Filial.
No, just share. What plan?
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
I've just realized that the like Fontaine male like default skin
Well, that's
has
it
like
with
an
the
open
supplies.
back
We
vest,
should
and I'm not
probably
sure how
head
I
back
feel
as
about
well.
that. Why is it like that?
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here. You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Oh,
Oria, will
Winnie's
you
being
stop
super far
rubbing?
ahead. Come on,
Stop
let's
it.
catch up.
Alright, Linny went down.
Looks like there's more trouble in store next month, too. When will it end?
Hey, just focus on the positives. At least our time in Poisson has been pretty relaxing. Don't you think?
Extra lore talking to the people.
Alright, that's it. I don't feel like doing the battle anymore. Auto battle with my dual sustains.
You
So,
lazy bum, play the game.
What do you think of the members you've met
No.
so far? Well,
Why? When I can
Father
throw
is always
Luca
encouraging us to be
and
strong-willed and
adventuring in the same
independent.
party.
So if there's
I
one
think
thing
it's-
we've
go
got,
crazy.
it's
I think
people
it's
who aren't
less-
afraid to speak their mind.
I think it's less
Well,
that
I
you're
should
not
probably
interested
get
in the
cooking.
battle and that you're
Wanna
too
join?
busy trying to stuff your face.
Then let's head out.
Fuck you.
Uh-huh.
Wow, so
Fremine.
rude.
What are you doing
Yeah,
here?
damn
Can't
right
believe
you
you're
are.
gonna demonetize me like that.
Well,
You had to be monetized.
nice to
Get
Oh, yeah,
monetized.
you're right, you're right. Silly me.
you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along?
Fremine always sounds like he's about to
remember
pass
you
out.
mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup
Like even
for the
more so
traveler
than
in Paimon.
Layla, and she's supposed to be sleep
So
deprived.
what you're saying is she needs a stimulant, like caffeine or
I'm drooling
cocaine.
already.
Maybe
Were you
both.
looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
What do you need those for?
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water...
What's
Wait
wrong?
a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
Yeah.
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know? And...
You're a terrible liar.
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
Nah, keep prying. It's more fun that way. We're nosy punks.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
yes. Just follow me.
Okay. Or your head's in the way. Are we going up to the boat? Are we going behind the boat? Quest area reached. I guess I'll try up. Upsy daisy. Wait, no, it says I've left the quest area. So maybe it is behind the boat. Quest area reached. Ah, hang on. There's an NPC over here.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you.
It's a
You
small
can call
child.
me
Clairvy?
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells, Linny?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
Why have you been keeping the child
For how
hidden?
long?
About half a month now.
So ever since we got to
2
Poisson,
weeks?
do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
Yeah, what you doing?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Sheplo nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, It's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with.
Ghost.
Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet.
Think, Fremine,
I
think.
don't want to disobey an order from Father.
You fool.
But I also don't want to put Clairvy in danger.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Can I talk to the spooky ghost girl while you guys are gone? It looks like she's gonna come talk to me instead.
Those two sure care a lot about each other.
That's fine, this works.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off. No way! They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
What do you mean?
Darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Oh, that's
sorry,
spooky.
Liddy. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh really? You didn't mean to?
Say that from the
'Cause
other
I, for
side of the
one, wish
room,
you did.
nerd.
I just did.
What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood.
It is so
You and
warm
Lynette
with this
are the
cat
most
on my
important
lap.
people in my
I gotta
life.
turn my fan up.
No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can help it.
Oh, looks like
Cat,
things
I'm
are
gonna have to
getting
adjust the
kinda
air
heated between Lenny
conditioning
and
if you're gonna
Fremine.
keep doing this.
Maybe we should go check on them.
Get an ice pack.
Oh,
Get an
it's
ice
raining.
pack.
I should put my clothes away.
Yeah, put it on your lap between you and him, and it'll keep your lap cool.
Ah, the child disappeared. Ah, the child reappeared.
Harry? Huh. Looks like she's not here either.
I could go talk to those two, but I could also watch the ghost child be terrifying and haunted.
It's time to eat.
You know, I've seen some supernatural stuff in Genshin, so this isn't the first ghost I've interacted with, but somehow she's somewhat more unnerving than some of the others have been.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
Everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
Anyway, so about
It's
the ghost
just a small
child.
family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? I just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way
Why
and
are you on
pretend
the
like none
other
of this ever
side of
happened.
your building?
I've tried that already.
Because I can be.
You sound like you're shouting down a hallway.
I had my mic away from my face.
And
so I could shove it with my wrist.
nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared.
Yeah, get out of here, you filthy
She
animal.
even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's see here.
Well, we've dealt with spirits before.
Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
We could always go ask Hu Tao.
Well,
She knows
sounds
stuff
like
about
it's worth a
spirits.
shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course. I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready?
God, they're just
1,
children.
2, 3.
I swear.
Then sudden Lynette. I was wondering when she was going to show up.
Lynette!
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister?
She seems so unamused.
And, when exactly did you get here?
You're an idiot, brother.
I love Lynette.
And you too, Fremine. You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Oh no, now we're in trouble
what did we
too.
do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out, you were just hiding her.
Oh, so you already knew.
I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
Hello.
Welcome back. You missed some
If you don't
delightful
agree, I'll have no choice but
sassy
to report
Lynette.
everything back to
Ah,
Father.
damn. Oh, I'll
Simple
get
as
it
that.
later.
You're not giving us much wiggle
Hey,
room
Noops, I
here,
want to
Lynette.
sing you a birthday song.
Well, I guess we're all in
how
this
about
together
no?
then.
Because it's
After
not
we
my
talk to
birthday
Clairvy, we'll
and
figure out our
you
next
can't
move.
sing.
Exactly. It's
There's
not
no
your
time to
birthday,
lose.
and I can't
Let's go.
sing. Therefore, I need to practice.
How about no? I will tap out of game and I will mute you for whatever amount of time I so choose. It'll save me a lot of trouble.
Wow.
Just saying.
There's a lot of violence inherent in this system.
Thank you for bringing me this food, you
Well, you know what they
guys.
say. If violence
she
isn't
said
the
she's
answer,
full,
you're not
but
using
the
enough
food
of
doesn't
it.
look like it's even been touched.
Oh, I see you're a true American.
Oh, absolutely.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster, unless it's the roster of people who've been executed.
Oh no.
Wait, does that mean the knave... She...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Yeah.
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster.
So we have two mystery
But
people.
It seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
Oh.
Do you have a wish?
A wish?
Oh.
It can be anything you want.
What are you
Just imagine.
over here
It's your
groaning
birthday,
for?
you're blowing out the
Old
candles,
age.
and your wish is...
Go be old somewhere else.
No, I want to be old here. What do you want, kitty kitty? Fee fi fo fitty?
To go outside, where the sun can find me.
Go outside where the sun can find you.
It? Well, that sounds easy enough. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
I think it's a metaphor. Things
Okay,
can't be simple.
time to divide and conquer. Listen up. I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
We could be a distraction.
I really appreciate your willingness to
Distract
help,
you.
but this is a family matter.
Yeah, I know you're very
I
distracting.
don't want to drag you in too deep.
I do my
it's
best,
too
sir.
risky.
I do my best.
Lenny,
Let me think.
you
Since
understand
Father
that it's
considers you
like
to be guests, maybe you could
probably
stick
like
by
my
her side
favorite
for a little
pastime,
while.
screwing with
don't need to
the
do anything
Fatui and the
except
stuff
keep up
they're
some
doing.
nice,
It's
casual
no
conversation.
hassle at all to get involved.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
Yeah, distraction. That's what I
I'll give
volunteered
you a
for.
magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not
magic
looking,
bird?
and it'll alert me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line. You too. Okay, this is where we part.
No,
Father
Noob
should
Slayer,
be at
not
the beach
the
nearby.
burb.
Yep, the burb. It's
burb
magic
is a-
burb. It's the burb
The burb
message.
is a
I
trap.
really hope this goes well.
I think the trap is that
No,
I have to go and
It
distract
has to go well. That's the
the
only way this
fourth
can
ranked
get resolved.
harbinger.
Reject burb. Return to whale.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, hang on, they've got more convos.
Clairby, I'd like to take you somewhere. Is that okay with you?
Sure. Where are we going?
Outside. Okay. So, I guess this explains how this ends up being, Father's character, quest, because we're going to go and, spend time hanging out with Father to keep Father busy while the kiddos do stuff. Beach outside. Yeah, we'll go up here. We'll just glide down to it, probably easier. And I think I'm starting to see why some people were saying that they kind of wish they did the quest before watching some of the animated trailers, because there's a little bit of some spoilers for certain suspense.
God damn it, Discord.
Did it die again? Oh
Yes.
no. TC, it's Mr. Worldwide. I see him.
Not Ito. Fuck Ito. All my homies hate Ito.
No. Not Mr. Worldwide Dumbass Edition. The original Mr. Worldwide.
Venti?
No, even worse. Child.
Oh god. Oh god.
It's the knave and child.
You know, last time we saw you, Child, you were getting your ass kicked by a whale.
Aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
So you're still not better. You just came back because you're a
I was
dumbass.
unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So,
He
I
escaped
mustered
from
up
his
all my
medical
strength and made the
transportation to
journey
come back
on
and
my
finish
own.
his fight.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay. So, have you found any clues?
Yeah, did you find any clues?
Unfortunately,
You know
no.
what?
While the House
What?
of
I'm
the
not sure
Hearth is
why my
adept at
Discord's
collecting
doing
all
it, but my
manner of
computer has been
intelligence,
up for 16
certain
days.
Jeez.
Let me do a
individuals
quick restart.
Go
can still
restart your
manage to
computer.
escape our purview.
Hey, it's not as bad as the time I hit a
unless
bug.
Master feels there's a
That
need
was
to meet
fun.
You hit 2 months,
she's
sir.
not going to be found.
You're
But
so
that problem has an
upset.
easy fix. I
You're,
just need to become
you're
stronger.
past
and then-
upset to
I-
sheer indignancy.
Cat,
I
you better
think
stop
you should
that.
focus on
All right,
getting
I'll be
better
back.
first.
The worst of it is over.
Once I can figure out how to disconnect Discord.
It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's
Child,
good, because
that's
it looks like I
that's
really
the
do have
little
to head
girl that
back
makes
this time.
poisons.
The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Oh?
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrader's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well.
Oh.
Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries. What a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
One I could do without, I'd say.
So by the way,
or does it kind of seem like they're...
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, we just...
Paimon, shut up. You're gonna blow it.
Right! We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like... Why do you call yourself father?
That's a good question.
Good question. I'd also like to know.
She's gonna tell you to buzz off.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that, now can we?
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
What?
Wait, don't go!
And just like that, she knows something's up. What does the organization mean to you?
I'd also like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really
Yeah, good thing
kids.
Child's here to help me also,
They actually
brother.
reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
Oh, snap. Child dropping the lore bombs.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Does the knave really treat children
Wait.
poorly?
Did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Yeah, just spill the beans.
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
Huh. Based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous.
Why
Call
you gotta be
yourself a
mysterious?
Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts
Welcome
of things.
to
when
the
real
stream.
truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine?
Guess who's back?
Then why did you try
Back
to help out
again.
with the prophecy
I
and
like how you
everything?
managed to disappear
I
and
was
miss like
trying
some of
to
the most
protect the
interesting
children
parts of
born
this.
in
Hello,
Fontaine.
Fred.
Claiming
Guess
that I
who's
myself
back?
was a
Guess who's
Fontanian
back?
simply made it
Guess who's
easier to
back?
operate.
Guess who's
People
back?
would hardly
Guess who's
suspect a
back?
fellow
Na, na,
Fontanian
na,
of having any ulterior motives.
na,
Who
na,
wouldn't
na.
want to save their homeland after all? The
I
primordial
thought you were
sea
gonna-
wouldn't have any effect on me.
There we
but
go.
It would have
Fix
caused
that.
great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
It did.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good.
The threat still
Like
stands,
I
though.
said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention.
Oh?
I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly.
Rude.
Are you gonna behave this time?
Everything.
You didn't even tell me to stop. I didn't even get a warning.
They were that
You've
high
been warned
stakes?
enough. You should know the rules by now.
Ooh, at least that's not a thing
Yeah, you've
anymore.
got to give me a warning.
Well,
Nope.
the
That's
current
how this
atmosphere
works.
is not half bad.
No, that's not how
I'm
this
a bit
works.
jealous,
This is like
actually.
baseball. You can't
You've
just
got
go
so
straight
many
to the
family members
injection
around you,
unless I
and
made it
you even get to
personal,
live with
profane,
them.
or prolonged.
Having a lot of family
Oh,
around
first off,
means
gotta give
dealing
a
with a
warning.
considerable
This isn't
amount of
baseball.
bickering and
This is
scheming.
Discord. Second
Once
off,
Tonya and Tusser
this is
enter their
my
rebellious
Discord.
phase, I'm sure
Third
you'll
off,
understand.
I don't have to warn you. You've
Just
been warned
imagine.
before.
Tusser becomes
No, you've
obsessed with
never warned me
plucking out
about
strands
anything.
from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay, okay. I get the picture.
Conversation shifts to the topic of Tonya and Tusser, your child. So, why did these black screens go so fast? I can't read these.
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna keel over.
Child, barely
Alright,
able to
alright.
stand up,
Well,
hacking up
thanks
his
for everything,
lungs.
Arlecchino.
Hey, we should fight. How about later?
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh, well, you see,
Paimon, you lie worse than Fremini
I'm
does.
rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
Right.
we managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you? Oh, I wonder if Liddy ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
Alright,
Oh? You decided to stay a little longer? Let's take in the ocean view together, then.
not really looking at the ocean much. You're kind of staring at the coastline.
The ocean and coastline are basically the same thing. my friend.
She's staring at a mountain across the coastline, not really the ocean. I'm just saying, you know, they could have aimed her a little more properly.
So basically, she's in China, staring at Japan and Mount Fuji.
No.
What?
We're in fantasy France right now.
You can see fantasy Japan while standing in fantasy China while being in fantasy France. It's all fantasy. It's all make-believe, my dude.
So the direction she's facing, I'm just looking at my map here. She is standing in fantasy France, staring southwest, well at a mountain that is concealing the desert of not India / the Middle East, and possibly towards Natlan. Meanwhile, you'd have to go drastically southeast to stare at either fantasy China or fantasy Japan. So no, she's looking the wrong way. There's like more than 90-degree difference in the direction she's facing for your statement to be close to correct.
Dude, you just need to embrace your imagination.
I am using my imagination. My imagination proves that you're incorrect. Because unlike a lot of Genshin players, I have a good sense of direction. Man, so many people complained about navigating the desert back in Sumeru before we had underground maps. Meanwhile, I'm over here just eating that shit up. It appealed to the dungeon diver, you know, in me. Like, yeah, no, give me a mystery labyrinth to go navigate. I got this.
Yeah, but you have problems.
We also did a lot of orienteering back in my day in Scouts, so I have a great sense of
So
direction.
much orienteering.
Lenny, how did everything go?
And don't you love that you do so much orienteering?
Well,
and so you get good at
long
directions
story
and
short,
maps,
we
and then your
ran into a
parents are like,
small issue.
which way do I turn on this
Clearly
road to
can't
go the
go
way I
into
want
the
to?
sunlight.
This way
I don't
doesn't
think
go
that's
that way.
right. I'm
I don't
gonna
think
go
that's
the other
right.
way.
Yeah. Fine, don't listen to me. That's whatever. She can't go into the
Everything was
sunlight.
fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her.
Uh-huh. You guys go walking towards the
But
sunlight.
as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it. Oh, true.
You can't push children, Paimon. That's
I pretty
rude.
much tried it all already. Nothing worked.
I do it all
Eventually,
the
the
time.
sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
No,
Really?
of course.
What are we waiting for? Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's read the list of all the people that the house has murdered.
Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
That is a very
We
big
can each
list.
take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, Landois, Chambel, Horaire.
No, that says horror. Execution list. Horreur. Deceased. Landois. Deceased. Apayade. Deceased. Chambel. Deceased.
Oh,
And pictures.
yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Nope, then he died.
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Oh.
Wait, so that means the knave, she...
Probably.
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
That's how spies work. The solemn atmosphere descends over the group.
Her name's not here, huh?
Man, you're so weird talking to
Well,
yourself.
that's not too surprising.
Yeah, I know. I'm a weirdo.
It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years.
You're a creep.
Let's shift our attention then.
You're a weirdo.
Fremine, were you
What the
able
heck
to
are you
find anything
doing
out?
here?
Been playing Genshin.
Fremine.
Yeah, for a minute, did you find anything?
Sorry. I was thinking about something.
Get out of your own head. Share with the class.
I managed to talk to quite a few people,
Share with your
but I
class.
couldn't help but notice that
Oh,
the
shots
atmosphere
fired.
in the
You
house
literally
was
just
a
accused me
little
of having no class, and now you're gonna
strange.
make up your mind, TC.
Strange. Yeah, I mean,
Hey, both things can be
I
true at
know there
once.
have been
Am I talking to
arguments in the
myself, or do I
past,
have a class?
times when people haven't gotten
Yes.
along.
Yes.
Chaplot and Filial are a good example of that.
Oh, those
I
are two
say
of the
yes.
people that we met while
Therefore,
delivering
that is the
supplies.
correct answer.
I can see how they might not get along.
You
They have
can't
very
just say
different
yes when
vibes
it's an
and their,
either or.
Interests
Sure you can.
seem
I
to
do
be
it all the
pretty
time.
different as well.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end.
Oh, I'm out of tea. This is
Not all of
terrible.
us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth,
I blame you.
we're
This is your
also
fault.
considered part of the fatigue.
Damn right.
And to a lot of people, That's
I'm glad
an
I could
identity
do,
they never
do
asked
this
for.
to you.
Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Well, yeah, probably. If it fits their
Clairvy's
narrative,
words
Lenny, that's how
probably gave
people
them the
work.
excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
Yeah, see, Lynette knows.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
That's the second time we've heard
Hold
about
on
this
a second.
project.
What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a
let's
key
go.
role in Project Stuja.
There's a
Wait,
great
but
play in the
isn't that
baseball
a
game.
good thing?
What baseball
Key
game?
role is just another
The
way of
Braves
saying
are playing.
dangerous role.
Oh.
To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience.
I only have to worry about when they're
Father
playing
thinks
on
so
a work
too,
day
but
when I have to
she's in
drive
no
past
position to
the
refuse.
stadium.
Their plan isn't
Oh,
exactly
you had to take
unreasonable, and they've
285?
been funneling the house a lot of funding.
Oh, so you
It's
must
just
hate
that
the business person
We'll lose a
special.
lot of members in the process.
The afternoon
Participating
games
in the
during the
plan.
week.
Honestly,
It's an honor
the
in
traffic
name
always
only.
sucks, so I haven't really noticed the
they're
difference
really
between
trying to
whether or
do
not
is
there's a
subdue
game
us.
there.
The existence of an intelligence organization
I
outside
hate
their
that
control makes them feel
85
uneasy.
or sorry, the 75 285
Oh, that whole area
on
is
that
just awful.
northwest side.
Oh yeah, the whole area is
It's-
just awful.
It's so bad.
The worst part is the
It's-
road itself. The quality of the road is like
Super complicated
I-10
top
through
secret
Louisiana.
business aside.
That's why I
all this
refuse
have
to
to
go
do
to a
with the
Braves game
conflicts you were talking
nowadays.
about
Like
earlier?
I'm not
Pilot
dealing with
doesn't get the
that.
connection.
I just don't want
External pressure
I
has a
deal
way
with
of
it because my
exacerbating
job
internal
is up
strife.
there.
to. That's
You can't
different,
overlook
and I
the
can
power of
respect
fear
that.
either. People are afraid of dying.
And I could see since you
And that
already
fear is
perk up
often
there,
the
maybe
impetus for a
staying
lot
late
of
one night
stupid
to hit a
decisions.
game in the summer.
I thought resolving the
you feel like
Clairvy
doing that.
situation
I was gonna say,
would make
yeah,
everything go
that
back
would
to
be
normal.
if I felt like it.
But it looks
Remember,
like
it's a
things are more
fairly
complicated
long
than I
commute
thought.
for me, so kind of the whole idea of
If we
staying
leave
late,
Filial and the
like
others
it
to
would,
their
it
own
would have to be one of
devices,
those like
sooner
maybe
or
a
later, Father
Wednesday,
will be
but
forced to
even
take
then,
action.
Yeah, but
You
like,
can only focus on
I mean, if
one
they were doing like
situation
a
at a time,
bobblehead
Mother.
night, or you just wanted to go catch
You're
a game
right.
because you haven't in a while,
Even if we confront
I could
Filial
see
and the
that.
others,
Like,
it
that,
won't
that
do any
makes
good.
sense.
I
It
would
might even
probably
make matters
still
worse.
opt for like a weekend or
We should
something.
focus on Clairvy for
Yeah,
now.
because I mean, dealing
Well,
with that
It's
is.
getting late.
It'd be one of those,
should
hey,
head
let's
back
get like
and
an
get some
afternoon
rest.
game on a weekend
We'll try
with
again
It's
first
like
tomorrow.
no
with a group
bueno,
of
muy
friends.
malo.
Lynette, you stick with me this time.
If you know what I
Fremini, keep a
mean.
close eye on Filial and
picking
the
up what I'm
others.
putting
If I
down.
lived like on the
Make sure
north
they don't
side,
do
maybe,
anything
but
they'll
it's
regret.
just too far.
If you're smelling
Good
what
work
I'm
today,
stepping
everyone.
in.
Please stop stepping in
Have
stuff.
a good night, and I'll see
No.
you tomorrow.
All right. Rest at the temporary accommodations. Again, we're in Poisson. I think I could just go talk to homegirl Navia and she'd put me up in a better place than, a steel box.
What is it? You're
I
saying you
didn't
don't want me to
read
put
a
it-
single thing off of that black screen because it's just went like that.
You say you don't want to be put in a box?
The knave will be too
I
angry
try
with
not
Winnie
to be
and
put in
everyone if
boxes
she
too
finds out
often.
about all this, do you?
Nobody
She's
puts
even
baby in a
scary
box?
when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
I'm waiting for that disconnect sound, but it's not. It hasn't
Trust
come
effort,
yet.
Traveler.
Oh, hey, it's the ghost.
Look over there!
Well, goodbye, ghost.
Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees!
Okay, let's go talk to the ghost child. Place your bets now, TC. Is this gonna be a really, really sad quest, like any of the other ghost children, or is it gonna be a happy quest?
No, it's sad.
It's gonna be sad?
Oh, it's gonna be hella sad.
Hella sad.
Over there!
Ghost child phased into existence. Oh, and she's gone again. It's a good thing I have quest markers telling me where to go, or I wouldn't know how to chase a ghost that keeps phasing in and out of existence.
Oh, where is she going?
I do my
If
best.
someone sees her, we're toast!
I'm coming to see the... Where the small child go? Does she go up? Alright, we're gonna take the Water Blip Express. I went a little too far. Forgot how far that takes me. Now we glide back. Because I went too far.
Oh, look! She stopped!
Oh, now she's over here.
Nico, is there a reason you want to lay down? Like, oh my god, what's up with you? Are you okay?
No.
Clairvy!
My cat has been like totally obsessed with being near me at all times of the day.
Look
the
how
past
pretty
while.
the outside is.
What window did you open?
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right? Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that? Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision. Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough. You're saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross. I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother. Mother?
Hold on a second. I think we're talking about different people.
She doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Hi, Nico.
Perry. There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling.
A strange feeling.
It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
She's a spirit. Who knows what she's talking about?
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to
Paimon,
talk to.
half of the ghosts we've talked to
keep her
assume
company for
we're
a little
someone
longer.
else. We just
She looks
pretend
so
we
young.
are so that they keep
But it
talking.
seems like she's been through a lot. It's getting windy.
Look.
I should close the window.
Paimon is not the
Ooh,
best
look
or
at the
the
moon.
brightest.
Isn't it pretty?
I would even
wanna
say
hear a
she's
secret?
perfectly
I
adequate.
heard that if you look up at the night sky in
Paimon
Schnarchnaya,
just
you
is.
can see the
If that
aurora.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight. Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together.
If there's not
I
an
can't
Aurora when
find
we get
her.
to Shneznaya
I'm
now, I'm
worried
gonna be
she's
mad
also
because
been-
I've been told there is
No,
one.
that wouldn't
What,
happen
an
to her.
Aurora
She's special.
Borealis?
Well, yeah.
Mother likes her a lot.
No. The Aurora starter ship from
should really go
RSI.
talk to Mother,
They have
but we
spaceships in
just won't.
Shneznaya, obviously. Terrible child.
Oh,
doesn't want to see
boy!
me. And
That sounds
I'm
like
too
something the
scared to
Fatui would
face
do.
her.
Make spaceships.
What
The
should I do?
lunatics. I could see it happen, honestly.
So this really is the same universe as Star Rail. It's confirmed.
Absolutely. Oh, actually,
Paimon really
there
doesn't
is
understand what's
one of
going
the
on with her. Well,
there's a thing
back.
somewhere in
we got an early
Penacony
morning tomorrow.
where you have like play scripts or something. Obviously they're supposed to be from Sparkle.
All right, looks like we're all here.
But they mention
Let's
like
go
an
ahead with the
ancient world of Tevat and stuff, like implying that maybe possibly somewhere in the Star Rail timeline, like at one point they did know about Tevat or something. So yeah. Because the whole point of the Trailblaze and all of that was that he connects these like separated, worlds and whatnot, and these worlds might be like, solar systems or even possibly like, reality marble sort of thing. Like basically, Akavili was spell jamming, if that makes sense. So, like, that's kind of the whole thing of, like, why the IPC is so friendly with the Astral Express, is because the Astral Express is able to actually connect these different worlds and realities and stuff, and then they have been turning those connections into their, like, market, basically. The Astral Express opens new markets for them. Because without the Express, following the, the Star Rail, basically, that you can't get to these other places. Literally forging paths.
Oh? What is it?
So it'll be interesting to see more as we keep going through the game how this all works.
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kind of ran into Clairvy last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of
We met
bad
the doctor in
things.
Sumeru, and he's kind of an asshole.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment?
Boop,
Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
boop,
Mm,
boop.
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation.
Meow.
The Doctor only proposed a
Yeah.
direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement.
Meow. I just want to
I
use my
still
mouse.
don't think that counts as working
You can't
together.
use your mouse.
The
It's being
details
guarded
of
by
the
your cat.
experiment are
It's too close
confidential,
to her
but complete
body, and
records are
she
kept
must
on all
protect herself
participants.
from being pet.
That doesn't seem to be
'Cause
the
she's
case
allowed-
with the
'cause she
situation
wants my
Clairvy
attention,
referred
but
to.
only looking,
I know you
no
don't agree with some
touching.
of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to.
I
But
so
I am
agree
asking
with
you to
that
trust us on
one
this.
comic that's the
The
no-look
House of
only
the Hearth
touch.
has its
Yeah,
own
that's your
principles.
cat. No
There are
look.
certain lines
No.
we're not
No
allowed to
touch,
cross.
only look.
No touch
Alright,
allowed.
that's good to hear at least.
I love you.
Yeah, feed me
Clairvy seems to
attention.
think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible.
Hi,
If
Nico.
that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't
You know, I,
know how
I
he would
cleared
even
off a
face
spot.
you
You could
guys.
lay over here
It's
without
just
being
that
in my way.
It doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either.
I think we're dealing with separate timelines here, Paimon. Remember, it was some of the ghosts we
easiest thing
talked
to
to
do
are
would be just ask the
thousands of
Knave
years
directly,
old.
But Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
It could have been thousands of years ago last week.
Well, it's just Paimon's really focused on the. It doesn't make sense. Obviously, we're talking about we're talking about the current Knave, and I'm like, Paimon. any of the ghosts we've talked to have ranged from, hey, I died like 10 years ago, to, I existed before Celestia descended and rebuilt the world order. So I'm just saying, we've got a lot of room to work with here. Like, a lot. Like, all the ghosts and spirits we talked to in Enka, that's like back from like when the Primordial One and his shades were fighting the dragons for authority over Tevat. Like, that was that war.
Father didn't
long
come
time
back last
ago.
night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her.
Why do I have
Lynette,
to distract
you're
her
with me.
again?
Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. All right, let's get to it.
All right, we're doing more shifty stuff. Oh, more talking.
Where are we going today?
Let's try somewhere further away this time.
Okay. So they're trying the same stuff they did yesterday that didn't work. Alright, I'm gonna just do the thing where I glide down from the mountain, because that worked better last time. Having had Cloud Retainer for a while, I noticed the glide speed difference when she's not on the team.
Yeah,
Like when she's on the team, you don't think it's like too much, and then you switch her off the team, and you feel the difference in how slow it is. Like, it doesn't feel like it's super fast until it's gone.
Look, I'm gonna say it right now.
Cloud Retainer's some of the best quality of life for exploration that they've added to the game.
Animal Mommy is best mommy.
She really is the best mom. Like, just the way they've written her character.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
Oh yeah, just dreams were haunted, it's fine.
Little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles.
There's
So what are you
nothing on
planning to do
Paimon's
now?
mind. It's empty.
Catch up on some sleep?
That's
Or
not
should I give you some
true.
time to rack your
Oh,
brain
you're right,
for a
food.
topic to discuss before I ask any
Exactly.
questions?
Paimon has the same brain
Although I must
capacity
profess
as
to
our
be
cats.
curious.
As
With
yes.
a child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Paimon,
How do I plan on-
Paimon is
well-
a cat confirmed.
Without Child being here, how do I plan on distracting you? I was hoping Paimon could do some party tricks.
Us?
Is
Distract
that really one of the
you?
options?
No. If it
Okay,
was, I
good
would have
then.
chosen
But
it.
No.
Damn, that would have been.
we were just
No, the only
amazing.
conversation option was 3 exclamation marks. I
Looks like
imagine
you
it
could have
comes
used
with
some
the
extra
"you've been
time to
detected"
think.
sound from
No
like
matter.
Metal Gear.
If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere? Don't
Oh
worry.
no!
I'll be sure to steer
Someone
clear of any
with
scheming
a Cyrillic name is
children.
trying to join me. Unfortunately for them,
The
I'm in the
ocean
middle of a
breeze is sure
cutscene.
nice today.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
They just want my materials.
Children
I'm just in the
always
middle of a
think they can hide
quest.
things from the grown-ups.
Like I said, it's a
But
trap.
nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming.
Are we interested in trying to
think
pick
I'll
up
let them
a
have at it for a
montage for a
little
cowboy
longer.
for Stardew?
I can be very
As soon as I finish this quest,
Well,
sure.
I'll leave you to think things
Okay.
over.
I'll
if
wait
you're
to
so
find
I
inclined,
want
meet me
to
outside the
unlock
Palais Mermonia.
Let me know when
The
you're ready
boss.
for
Good
me
things
to
come to
poke 'em, and
children
I'll
who do
poke
as
'em.
they're told. So I
I'll
do
poke
hope
'em
you
like
decide
I've
to
never
tag
poked
along,
anybody before.
if only for your friends' sakes.
You say that, but like, your typical poke is like violent rapid fire. So like, I don't know how you can go
knows
past
about
that.
everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to
Profane
say she
poking.
was threatening us
What
just
does
now.
that mean?
I don't know. Oh, I could do streaking poking, where I send some of my questionable gifts as I poke them.
How about
Good
you
idea.
stop?
Hopefully he sees it in time.
How about not?
Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia.
All right, so we're
Paimon
off to
doesn't
the
wanna find
Palais
out what happens if we
Mermonia.
don't
So does
show
that mean we're going to be
Based on
talking
what
to
the Knave was saying
Nervalette,
just
or are we
now,
going to go
it sure didn't seem
traumatize?
like
Well,
it'd be
Farina
anything
doesn't
good.
work there anymore, so.
Aw, but I enjoy,
Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Linny and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our
traumatizing
best to not get them in any more
You know
trouble.
what? I think Farina's suffered enough. I don't think we need to have her run into the Harbinger that almost, like attacked her and murdered her.
Yeah, but
she
he
doesn't
won't want to
deserve
fight her anymore. She's no longer a
Okay.
god.
Yes, but Farina, I think, deserves some peace
Seeing as
and
we still have
quiet.
some time before my
I think
meeting,
she's earned it, is all
we
I'm
might
saying.
as well enjoy some pleasant
Doing
conversation
what?
while
She
we
did
wait.
nothing for like
I'm glad to
2,000
see you get
years or
along with my
something.
children.
Yeah, she
Being
only
surrounded by
successfully
companions is
convinced
necessary
everyone
for a
that she
child's
was a god and
development.
didn't let the act drop.
Planning on doing anything to them, are
No,
you?
she did. Well, you're right. She let the sword drop.
I assume you're
No,
referring to
that
Lenny,
was,
Lynette, and Fremine.
That was Focalor, slightly different.
Although, there's that
same
situation with
damn
Filial and
thing.
Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting
Well,
out
so much for
lately.
distracting her. She knows
No matter.
everything.
I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
You know what I hadn't thought of recently?
Any organization in which
That I
feelings
that,
come before
one of the
principles
things
is
I
one
missed about
destined
being
for
in the
ruin.
coastal plains.
The House of the Hearth is
I
hardly
don't get
an
that
exception.
red clay anymore.
You could say our principles are more
I missed the
stringent
red
than
clay, and I
most.
never believe I would have said
Perhaps
that.
I
Why
can
do
offer
you
this
miss the red
consolation at
clay?
least. As
Because
our
it's been a
guests,
part of my
you
life
two
for
will
30
not be held
years.
accountable along with them.
So you're finally cleansing yourself of it, and now for some reason you miss the filth.
Yeah, next time I come visit, I'll need to grab some in a little vial so I can always
I would
have a bit
imagine
of red
Lenny,
clay
Lynette,
with
and
me.
Fremine will be able to keep their lives.
You know, you could
As for Filial,
just
Nentoy,
add
and the
rust
others,
to your
I'm
own
afraid
clay.
there's little I can do. They
How
can try to escape, but
dare
once you know our
That's
secrets,
what it is.
there's
How
no getting out
dare
alive.
you, sir?
But that's awful.
Paimon, they're spies.
You seem concerned. Out of consideration for my
Hi,
guests,
I
I
need my
suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Claire V in the meantime, all
You know, you
evidence
sitting
of
right
their
where you are
wrongdoing will
makes
be
it hard to
lost.
type, Nico.
In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe. Of
Well-
course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time.
Well, that didn't work very
It takes a
well.
considerable amount of time to train a bird like this.
Did you
It'd be
know
such a
that
pity
red
if you
clay
were to
has
lose it
a scientific
permanently.
name?
Wait,
No,
where did you get
I have a
that?
feeling you're going to tell me
Ultisol.
what it is anyway.
It's going to be Ultisol.
Well,
It's one
I'm
of
afraid
12
that's all the
soil
time we have to
orders in
chat.
the
Now, for the matter at
U.S.
hand.
Department of
I
Agriculture
asked
soil
you to meet me
taxonomy.
here because I have business at
And
the
then there
Palais
are
Marmonia.
5 suborders.
It has nothing to do
the
with you,
largest
but I
being
think it would be
adults.
prudent for
Hang
you
on
to
a
stick by
second.
my side for the time being.
I'm
There
looking.
will always
I'm looking
be time
back here.
later to run off and tell Linny
I
what
can't
you've learned.
find where I asked.
Time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
But the problem is I can find where I'm telling you. It's right now.
Follow the knave to the negotiations. Yeah, so the knave is she knows everything that's going on, including about the ghost child. And basically said if they can get rid of the ghost child, she won't punish anybody because obviously she won't have evidence. I have a weird feeling she knows that they won't be able to succeed in getting rid of the ghost. Alright. Looks like we're heading to Nervalet's office. Let's go talk to, Mr. Not a Dragon. Did you always have these tables in here? I feel like
It's
these
been
are
a while,
new.
Monsieur Nervalet.
Did you hear my cat through the microphone?
No,
I must
thankfully.
say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Marmonia
How about
operates with an
that, then?
efficiency worthy
Nope.
of admiration.
Damn.
It is only right
You can
that an
stop
esteemed
torturing your
diplomat
cat in
such
front
as
of your
yourself
microphone,
should
though.
be afforded the proper level
I'm
of
not
respect.
torturing her. She's
Although,
a
if I
good
may speak
kitty,
plainly,
right, Nico?
I must
That's
confess
not
that I
true.
did not anticipate we would
good
have the occasion to
Nico.
meet again after presenting you with the gnosis.
Daddy.
I see you brought the traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may
come
inquire as
lay
to the
down over
purpose
here?
of your visit.
Yeah, why are
I'll
we
be
here?
departing Fontaine shortly. There is,
Come on, lay
however,
down
an
over here.
outstanding
All right,
matter
I
that
gotta
I would
move
like
ya.
to see resolved before I
Oh.
go.
boop.
It
There
requires
you
a
go.
rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid.
What?
So I took the liberty of explaining everything in
This
this
is where my
proposal.
keyboard goes.
Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
It's long and complicated, so I wrote it down for you. He reads pretty quick, though. If I remember correctly from the story quests. Oh, we're just gonna sit... Okay, instead of her explaining it, we're all just gonna sit here while he reads it. That doesn't make any sense.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette, so allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless
So
rivers flowing
the
in
red
and
clay
out.
in Georgia is
As someone
Cecil
who watches
soil?
over the
Will you
system, I would
stop?
hope that each
Cecil
river that flows from the source will eventually reach
If
the
I have to
ocean.
tab out again,
Of course, objectively
I
speaking,
will mute
I
you
know
for
this
a
is
lot
impossible.
longer.
Most of the rivers will dry up along the
You
way,
don't like
disappearing
talking
into the
about
ground and leaving nothing but a
scientific
barren
things?
riverbed behind.
No, I don't like talking
Not
about
all
dirt.
rivers are destined to reach the ocean.
Why?
But I would
You
not
talk about
see their
dirt all the
existence rendered
time.
meaningless.
When do I
believe
talk
the
about
water that
dirt?
flows within them is simply meant for a different destination.
Well, you were talking about
like
the
a field
beach
in
a
need of
while ago,
irrigation.
and
Or
that's
perhaps
dirt.
the glass of a certain
wasn't talking about any
water-tasting
beaches.
enthusiast.
Yeah, you were.
We mentioned a coast, but that's not a beach.
Yeah, you were talking about a coast. That's dirt.
No, it's not.
What is it?
It's not water.
Therefore, it's dirt.
Not necessarily.
What else could it be besides dirt?
What do you mean, what else could it be? It could be just stone. It could be sand. It could be all sorts
Sand
of
is
things.
a type of dirt.
No, it isn't. Get out of
Yes,
here.
it
Leave.
is.
No, it isn't.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed.
Yes,
Allow
it
me
is.
to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's drained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean?
You're
My
just upset
deepest
with how much
condolences
of a
to his family, but
genius
without
I
any
am.
evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing. Of course, if you accept my
Because
proposal,
I
Monsieur
exceed
Neuvillette,
your
I'm sure
expectations.
certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Alright, so now we leave the Palais Mermonia. I wonder how long this quest is. Because I'm obviously going to have to get to the story version of the boss fight. And then I'll have to do it again so that I actually can get boss materials from it. I can't imagine it's too much longer, though.
So, what
You
exactly
can't
were you talking about
Imagine
back there?
it now.
TC,
I
you've
only
been
heard you
warned
mention
like
some
3
rivers,
times already
a
today.
large body
And
of water,
punished
and then
twice.
some kind of irrigation scheme.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
What pressing concerns do you speak of?
Paimon really hopes
You
everything's
just
going
get upset
okay.
with how awesome I am.
If you were actually awesome, I'd be a lot less upset, but unfortunately, this is not the case.
Cap on, don't you, traveler?
You know what? This is misplaced jealousy. I know what this is.
It's not misplaced, and it's not jealousy.
Yes, it is.
There's a lot of people running around. Man, this dude just ran. Oh,
shoot.
This
Are
dude
you
ran
alright?
full pelt into the side of the traveler, and he's the one who
I'm
falls
so
over.
sorry. I was so focused on selling
Yeah,
these
it's because
papers.
the traveler.
I was
Traveler's
like a
still
rock.
standing, though. Just absolute unit.
Well,
The
let me make it
traveler
up
is
to you
a
at least.
rock.
Here, take this paper. On the house.
Sometimes the traveler's as dumb as a rock. He
No,
looks
that's
kind of annoying.
Paimon, my dude.
No,
Come
she's
on.
dumber than a rock.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Okay, that's
Please,
right.
I want to.
You right.
It's not like I'm short
You
on
right.
supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
Hold on.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
Goodbye, strange newsboy.
Now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
What
It
should
appears
we
you
do?
two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your
Are you asking
favor.
me or
No.
I'm sorry to ruin your
Why would I
fantasy,
talk to
but
you?
your efforts are meaningless.
Because I'm awesome.
That being said,
Nah,
I
it
could
can't be
be
it.
persuaded to give Linny some extra time.
Wow.
I just have
Rude.
one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Claire V, are you not? And my relationship to her.
I mean,
Wait.
possibly.
Why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
Maybe.
All I
You
do is
overestimate
awesome.
yourself. You don't have the
Everything I
talent for
awesome
bad
is
things.
awesome.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far. Wonderful. Here it is. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay. Sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
That is for you to decide.
That's
Then we have a
vague. It
deal.
feels like there's plenty of loopholes
Follow me.
involved. Yeah, I'm all for it. I can agree to anything with that many loopholes, and why did I just slide forward randomly? That was weird. Follow the knave to the nameless ruins. I thought we were getting food first. Why are we just all of a sudden going up here?
Yeah, don't do what they want you to do. Instead, follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
There's
have you
no
seen the
yellow brick road. There is, however, a gold quest marker, so that's close enough,
That's not
right?
important. Have you seen the new Deadpool and Wolverine trailer?
Actually, yes, saw that the other day when Killick and I went to see the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Fun movie, by the way, highly recommend.
Okay. Are you pumped for Wolverine and Deadpool?
I thoroughly enjoy Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. So yeah, I will probably watch that and enjoy it.
So far, my favorite part is bringing back the yellow spandex of the 90s.
My favorite part was Ryan Reynolds getting to say, "I'm Marvel Jesus."
Yeah.
That was funny. You know, I don't remember this building being here. I think they changed stuff. TC, they changed stuff on me. Actually, oh, okay, good. They still have the local legend up here to kick my butt. Let me just, yeah. Let me just farm a couple of crystals here. Oh. Yeah, so this is not,
somewhere long
this was not
forgotten
here.
by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one
There's more
comes here
building here than
anymore,
there used to be.
nor does
There was
anyone
not a
care
lot of
about
building
what
up here
once happened
before.
here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you.
Story
It was
time?
before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
But why?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
Story time. Story time.
Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house. Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained. Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere, the very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruere end her life. From that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Crucibina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Peruere won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruere. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
Yeah, just a few.
Yeah. Based on
Just
what
a few
you just
questions.
told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a
Nico, why do you like
sentient
to lay on my
entity are
keyboard?
exceedingly slim.
Reasons.
Clairvy is a very special case. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze
Nico,
as well.
you make it so easy
Memory
to
is
torture
a
you.
mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
I'll be right back.
Perhaps I should put it
Okay.
this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this very perception that traps her there. But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Sounds a little harsh.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way?
Not really. Probably.
So what if she's
Hey,
trapped in her
Noobslayer.
6-year-old
What?
self? She's still your friend? At least
Is it
talk to
alright
her
if I
first?
sing you the song of my people?
No, it's absolutely not okay.
That's
It's too late for that.
discrimination.
She
It
broke
is.
the rules, and now she must be punished.
You're a
That
discriminatory
goes for Filial and
jerk.
Nantoy as well. She's
And?
had quite the effect on them.
I just want to let you know.
I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the
Next
rules,
time I
not
take a
our
criminology
policy for
class,
enforcing
I'm gonna
them.
use this
Upholding the rules without
interaction
question is a
as-
trait
as
we
an
both
example
share.
of white-on-white
Because
crime.
that is how a household should be run.
Is this really what you want to do?
Also, I need more water, so I'll be back.
Oh
Whatever
shit!
could you mean?
Lumine spoke!
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I gave your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Here they are, Father.
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me. Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time. But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us!
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why? Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Chapleau. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
Chapleau, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please.
Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Our weapons?
That's what she
Father,
said.
are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Beat Father in a duel?
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Linny. Did you hear that, Traveler? Linny and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Oh, looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
There's no
When
way she'll
guests are
lose.
around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
traveler.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life. Closer now. What pitiful attacks. I thought I taught you better.
And voila!
Overruled. How amusing.
Let the world collide!
Now that's more like it.
You alright?
What pitiful attacks. I thought I taught you better. With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Have a taste of purgatory.
Getting gear!
Look at you. Trapped like a bunch of helpless animals.
Shower me with praise!
Closer now.
Watch out for Father's movements!
The countdown has begun. Like a fly tangled in a web. How amusing. With these rising flames.
Over here!
Spare your energy. Running is a brute force.
Strike close!
Look out!
Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all. Kindness has been seared away.
Surprise!
My blade is all that remains.
Over here! Maybe I wasn't meant in this world. Let my name echo in song! Over here! Didn't quite throw.
Watch out for Father's movements! Look out!
Slip on up! Over here!
Now's our chance!
Over here!
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains. We struggle in vain.
Whoops. Run back.
Watch out for Father's movements! Yep.
You You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
A crimson moon. I can't move.
Still, not strong enough to beat me. I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Brother, are you all right?
Lenny!
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away. If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
Oh, how interesting.
What?
Oh, just the thing here in this story quest. I muted myself for a minute there because there were some cinematics to record.
Nice.
And I couldn't trust you to not be obnoxious.
Mysterious thing indeed. Fair. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
Not quite.
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by
I feel
your
like we're
emotions.
approaching the end of this quest here soon.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
I guess we still have to
Clarity.
resolve the issue with the ghost child.
Allegedly.
It's not quite allegedly. I think it is actually, you know, how we have to wrap this up. We started with the ghost child, we have to end with the ghost child.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's so speechless. Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry,
I'll be
that
back.
means Mother is
Okay.
gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, "For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die."
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling
TC's
really
back.
worn down.
Welcome back.
Again.
Somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one
You
of us
stop
was
rubbing
going to
your
make
face,
it until
Cat?
the end.
Stop it.
And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again,
Welcome to the
I
stream.
still don't think
Hey,
I
guys.
would make a different choice.
It's a cowboy.
Even
It is
when
a
I first
cowboy.
met you,
Sorry, I didn't get home till
I
late
knew
last night,
you'd
so I
be
couldn't
able to
join
do
you.
what I
How far did you
couldn't.
get?
Is that so?
We just finished winter. We're in the year
Even
4.
now, I'm not sure I truly understand
That
what
is
kind
incorrect.
of freedom you were trying to pursue.
We're in
Sorry, I
fall
couldn't
year
resist
3.
cowboy.
But as the
I could
head of
not
the House of the
resist it.
Hearth and as the children's father,
We
I've
have
tried
not
to
yet
give
made
them
it
the
to
most
winter year
basic
3.
of freedoms. The freedom
We're like
to
halfway
choose
through
their
fall,
own
maybe?
fate. It's something I
We're like on
discussed
the
with the Eudex of
21st.
Fontaine. The children who want to leave the
And
house will have their
honestly,
memories
new
wiped
players
clean of all
played a,
secrets pertaining to the
New
organization.
mission in Genshin,
In
and we were
return,
basically
they will be
looking
allowed
to
to live a
see,
normal life in Fontaine without being
after he
prosecuted for
completes
their
the mission, I was
past.
going to start
Of course, I won't simply hand
hunting down,
freedom
seeing
to
if
them on a
people wanted to
silver
do
platter.
more
They have to fight
Stardew,
for it and prove
'cause I am
themselves
totally
worthy
down
of
to do
it.
more Stardew.
Only freedom that is
But we
earned
did a whole
has
Stardew
true
day,
value.
just the 2 of us.
That's more than enough.
And I was at
That's
the point where it's like,
exactly the
okay, I
kind of
don't know
life
what I
I
want
was
to do
fighting
next.
for. You know, Perry, I
But if
think
we
you're a
have more
pretty
people,
amazing
that gives me
king,
more
and
options.
a really great father, too.
Fair-
I'm really happy
fair enough.
that you're the one who took
I
over the
did complete the
house.
monster eradication
I guess
quest.
I do
So if
have
there's
one regret,
anything you
though.
want that's a monster
I still haven't seen
eradication
the outside
reward,
world.
like a slime charmarine, a napalm marine,
Well, it just so
any of that
happens that
stuff,
our dear guests
I
over
got
here have been
access
to
to
many
get more.
nations and traveled to countless places.
Nice.
Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what
Like,
the outside world
I'm a
is
huge
like.
fan of the
Oh, he died again.
combat stuff.
Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight.
Animo, Nation of Freedom. I feel like that's the most important one.
You
to
know,
share about.
I used to dream of being a bard. Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen,
Finished
I
last
would have
month, Mark,
continued to
about this
sing no matter what.
Nice, nice.
Ah, that's where more
Oh,
comes from. I never
Did
knew
you
that
hear
before.
anything? You
If
are
I
in the
had
stream, so
some
be
more,
careful.
I
But
would
did
buy
you hear
3
anything
new
about
dresses.
the
One for me,
extra credit
one
slash
for
curve?
Perry, and one for Mother.
Not yet.
It's just too
Unfortunately.
bad Perry
Are
doesn't
you
like
the
wearing
top
dresses.
1 or 2
And Mother?
student in the class?
She probably
Um,
wouldn't
like
accept
3 or 4.
something like that either.
3 or 4 may not
I
be
guess
enough.
I just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every
Like,
day.
for the past... So there's only 3 lecture exams and there's
Those
3 lab
yokai
exams.
you mentioned, what do they look like?
Last lecture
I
exam
once
I
saw
had
a
a
drawing of this
92.
one
The
guy
last 2
with
lab
horns on
exams
his
I've had
head and a
consistent,
super
like,
scary
94s.
face. Are there any yokai like that? Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary as they look.
I'll just mute my friends for a minute.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great. The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles. Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you. What happened next? Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly, all thanks to Detective Paimon, of course.
She brought back out the glasses.
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Okay, so those two are talking, so I'll get the chance to go talk to Arlecchino for a little bit.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Arle. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filial and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Wait until 2 days later? There's more? Okay. I'll take a step back. I have a feeling it's gonna want me to go to Poisson, but we'll go ahead and we'll wait 2 days right here. Just spin for 2 days. This has been a surprisingly long quest. I'd say if I cut out my dailies and boss battles, probably a little over 2 hours. I wonder if that would count. Hopefully that was the 2 days I needed to wait.
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Bouffe d'été? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe we should go check on them.
Okay, we'll go check on them. Teleport down here. Teleport. Once this quest is over, I need to get a snack. I'm hungry. It's been like several hours since I had breakfast. Enter.
Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Much better.
You don't sound better.
Whew, what a relief!
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well... We've been
bedridden for 2 days.
I couldn't even turn over.
Dang.
Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Claire V... gone? Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
Oh? Really?
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crusabina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crusabina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crusabina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crusabina or Clairvy.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself.
I mean, I could see why.
The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crusabina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit.
No, not right now, Mr. Kitty
If Father
Cat.
hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is
Stop.
bathed in sunlight,
No. Bad
or
kitty.
shrouded in shadow,
You stay there. No.
we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filio and Nantoy okay?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They
Oh.
didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
Alright, there we go. The quest is done. Which means now I should have access to the new weekly boss fight. I can go ahead and unmute back here into Discord.
I was telling.
And now I have a new weekly boss fight I can go do. So I'm gonna go do that real quick.
Oh my god. Yeah, all right. What, cowboy?
I was telling to Little Child that I'm gonna get the writing center to look over my paper. That way, I got time for Wednesday to do any corrections.
Okay.
I just thought it was a smart idea.
No, it's fine. I'm just wondering why you felt the need to bring me up to speed on that.
I'm making fun of him for not
I
knowing how
like
to
sharing
write.
my life.
You like sharing your life? You should be a blogger then.
Well, we're my buddies, alright? Not on the internet.
But the problem is his life isn't interesting.
Wow. TC choosing violence.
I'm sorry. It was right there.
Who
it
hurt
was
you?
Right there.
Alright, let's do the... Yeah, let's do the boss fight this time with, Alright. Cool. Boss fight time. Yeah, this is a little different. What's with the little fairy things?
Afraid? Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid? With these rising flames!
Leave it all to me.
Is it my turn now? Now that's more like it.
Strike a pose. Time to shine.
Alright, and...
Closer now.
I must leave no stone unturned.
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. The countdown has begun. Have a taste of courage. Transfixed. How amusing.
What? Did you just ask why I needed boss materials?
For this boss.
Well, you see, because unfortunately, the new Harbinger uses her own battle's boss materials.
Oh, you had to do our Harbinger?
Yeah.
Arbor Day Festival?
Not bad.
Arbor
You've
Day
proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
What are you on about, TC? I just asked. We can skip this part and just get into the...
Well, if you want to know honestly about it,
My blade is all that remains.
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to shine. Shower me with time to clean up.
Your punishment made manifest.
They still need me.
Oh, wow. That attack hurt.
The show begins.
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains.
There we go. G.
Struggle in vain.
Steady as stone. Someone needs assistance.
Wait, she's dual-wielding sides. That's illegal.
Strike a pose.
Suntown is only the beginning.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we can look to start trying to hunt down a montage for some Stardew Valley, if we want. Meanwhile, I will, here in just a moment, be wrapping up my Genshin play, and I guess running to grab some food. I'm a little hungry.
Grab a stack and hurry back.
I will do what I need to do when I need to do it. Bum, bum, bum. I'm kind of waiting for the ability to revive a character here, though, so that I can get the friendship rewards from claiming my boss loot.
Why are you sitting on my mouse pad?
Because it's comfy, I don't know. Because it bothers you? For the lulz? Oh, I got one of the things I needed. I'll have to convert the other one. Leave domain. Oh, okay, interesting. It's not actually, like, in the overworld. It drops you into a domain. Very interesting. Let's see, do I have the materials to level up one of these skills? Yes, I do. Awesome. And with that, I'm ready for a weekly reset. I can go park my characters over here, and it'll be a good time. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Let's see. That's weird. Did that say I only took 30? I thought I did all of my... Oh, I guess I didn't claim one of the weeklies, so that actually ended up only being 30 resin. Interesting. Which is weird, because I think we did our weeklies earlier, didn't we, TC?
We did our 3.
Yeah, it's weird. It looks like I didn't claim the Scara boss fight for some reason.
Oh, did it only make you spend half? 30?
Yeah, it was only 30, and I went and looked, and it showed that I claimed the whale, it showed that I claimed a pep, and then Scara still had a 1 out of 1 on it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Well, that worked out for you.
Yeah, it worked out, because now I can do another boss fight. Just like the level boss. I should specify. Because that was 40 resin there, and I get 3 drops. Which puts me at 8 out of 20 for, you know, later on. Perfect. Well, I will park my characters here, and we'll go ahead and end the stream once I can find OBS.